right now when I'm going to ask for a little bit of forgiveness because we're a little bit of a punt, right? So I'm going to share something with Kevin, then I'll follow up. But this note is from Kevin to all of you. It says, I wanted to let you know why Suzanne and I are not in worship with you today. Friday evening, we received notice that 2 members from the youth group who were with us at North Street Mission this past week tested positive for COVID after they left us. Out of an abundance of caution and maintaining our practice of following the most up-to-date COVID-19 prevention guidelines from the CDC, Suzanne and I are observing a 5-day period of quarantine and will be tested twice before returning to church. Others who may have been exposed to the groups were either wearing face masks during their interactions or have recently recovered from a COVID-19 infection, putting them at a low risk for infection and exempting them from a period of quarantine unless they develop symptoms. So far, I'm feeling fine, and I'm hoping to be back in the office on Wednesday. In the interim, please call the church office with any needs, and either Emily or Pete will get back to you. Emily is the guest speaker at a special service at her home church in Marion today. So we are in the debt to the people who lead worship this morning on such short notice. That's the forgiveness part. We have contacted all of those who may have possibly been under the current CDC guidance for safe practices, and as far as we know, none have tested positive. So just wanted to share that with you. Kevin and Suzanne seem to be doing well, but knowing how contagious the current variant is, just want to make sure that we're taking precautions for everyone. So super thankful that we are doing a few things a little bit different today. Janet, as of 9 a.m. this morning, is helping us out with some of the message and some of the interim and children's message. Karen, we've changed scripture on her, I think, 2 or 3 times, and I don't even know if she knows that we changed it that many times. She'll actually be reading from Psalm 107 this morning. But thank you for your patience. Does anybody have any other announcements, though, that they'd like to share? Okay. All right. We'll maybe enter into worship and thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. For those of you who were here last week and things were a little confusing with the scripture, well, we're topping that today. I'll be reading from a book, Psalms for Praying, and I'll be reading a good portion of Psalm 107. We give thanks to you who are the source of love, whose light shines forth throughout the universe. Come awaken our hearts that we might do your work, for without you we can do nothing. 'Tis your love that loves through us. Gather us in from all the lands, from the east and the west, from the south and the north. Let all who are hungry and thirsty, whose souls are faint within them, cry out to the most merciful to give them succor, to nourish them with healing love. For fear cannot live where love and gentleness abide. Enter into the great silence, where you may hear the voice of the beloved, who satisfies the hungry soul and quenches the thirsty with streams of living water. Yes, attune yourself to the small, still voice within. Stay true to your heart's center, for through your inner being is the word of truth heard. The resource to break all bonds is found there too. Has no one ever told you that truth is written on the scrolls of your heart, that the beloved dwells therein? O peoples of the light, awaken to the knowledge that lives within you. Come out of the darkness and gloom, break through the fears that hold you prisoner. Do not you know your destiny to be a light unto the world, a bearer of peace and harmony? Oh, let your light shine as a very ray of the radiant one's own light. Here ends the reading of the scriptures.
We have a song now from Joelle, and I didn't learn your last name. Lachance? Close. Okay. From the Ohio Light Opera. We just love having you here today. these are from, it's called Disciples for the Inner Life, and it is the devotional book that I use. And it's divided into topics. And this one is from the week on discipline. God does not demand that we give up our personal dignity, that we throw in our lot with random people, that we lose ourselves and turn from all that is not Him. God needs nothing, asks nothing, demands nothing. Like the stars, it is a life with God that demands these things. Experience has taught the race that if knowledge of God is the end, then these habits of discipline, spiritual disciplines, are not the means, but the condition in which the means operates. You do not have to do these things, these spiritual disciplines, at all. God does not, I regret to report, give a hoot. You do not have to do these things unless you want to know God. They work on you, not on God. You do not have to sit outside in the dark if you want to look at stars. But you will find that darkness is necessary, but the stars neither require it nor demand it. I read this quote a lot when I'm doing a retreat or talking about spiritual disciplines, because it's a reminder that those disciplines are to put you in a space so that you can connect with God. And I often talk about the importance of having a space. For me, in this house it's a little different, but in a lot of the houses that I've lived in, I have a specific chair where I would do devotions. And when I sat down in that chair, I already was sitting in God's presence, because that's what I used it for. And that's what these disciplines do. They put you in a mindset where you can sit and listen and understand what God is trying to tell you. That kind of goes along with this other one. We have fallen into the temptation of separating ministry from spirituality, service from prayer. Our demon says we are too busy to pray. We have too many needs to attend to, too many people to respond to, too many wounds to heal. And that prayer is a luxury, something to be done when we have a free hour or a day away from work or a retreat. The few who are exclusively concerned with prayer, such as the Trappists and others, seem isolated hermits, are not really involved in ministry. They are set free for single-minded contemplation and with Christian service to others. But to think that way is harmful. Harmful for ministers as well as for contemplatives. Service and prayer can never be separated. And I can't do the quote exact, but the idea is, you need to give yourself at least 15 minutes in the morning to pray. But if you've got a busy day coming, you've got to give yourself an hour. If you've got work to do, then you need to spend that time so that you are focused and you are open to what God is guiding you to do. I'm closing with this one. It's one I found, a long time ago, and we've used a number of times, and I think it's a good reminder for all of us, and it's a good way to close this time. It's by Clyde Reed. Celebrate the temporary. Celebrate the temporary. until tomorrow. Live today. Celebrate the simple things. Enjoy the butterfly. Embrace the snow. Run with the ocean. Delight in the trees. Or a single lonely flower. Go barefoot in wet grass. Don't wait until all the problems are solved or all the bills are paid. You will wait forever. Eternity will come and go, and you will still be waiting. Live in the now, with all its problems and its agonies, with its joy, with its pain. Celebrate your pain, your despair, your anger. It means that you're alive. Look closer. Breathe deeper. Stand taller. Stop grieving the past. There is joy and beauty today. It is temporary, here, now, and gone. So celebrate it.